My name is Alani Comfort Adedugbe and welcome to Healing Heart Journey. And today we want to talk about how mental health affects relationships. First of all, I want us to know that when we are mentally okay, when our mental health is okay, definitely we will have positive and good relationships. But when we have mental health issues, crisis, it will definitely impose problems or issues on our relationship. And when I'm talking about relationship, I'm not just talking about relationship, to our spouse or whatever. I'm talking about our relationship generally, to our family, to our friends, to our neighbors, to people, acquaintances, to subordinates, people around us, and most especially our family marital relationship. So when mental health is good, we are good to go. Our social well-being will be fine, will be positive. But when there are issues, there will definitely be problems or issues in our relationship to people. You know and you remember that mental health issue can come as a result of trauma. And when you are traumatized, you know a lot of symptoms, mood swings, um, hostility, aggression, all those behaviors will be seen, will be shown, will be evident in your character. And when you have those things, definitely it will definitely affect our relationship. I want us to now see how does it now affect our relationship. I think number one thing is that it will lead to abusive relationship. It will really lead to abusive relationship because when you have mental issue, there is no way you will relate well to that individual. You cannot be hostile to somebody and you think the relationship will be good. You cannot be full of anger, bitterness, bad temper. You cannot even control your temper because those are really symptoms of mental health issues. And when you have those ones, there is no way you will not be, abusive to people around you, whether to your spouse, whether to your fiancé, your friends, your neighbors, everybody around you. So, and when you have abusive relationship, you know that it will involve violence. Most times you have violence, you have fight, you have argument, you have a lot of things, that will make it not work. So abusive relationship is one of the symptoms of mental health issue. Bad relationship, abusive relationship as a result of mental health can cause bad temper, aggression, hostility as I have said. And this will cause another thing, that is to have bad communication. Bad communication. Definitely there will not be good communication when you cannot relate well with your people, when you have bad temper. Either you are not communicating at all, excuse me, that you are not communicating at all, or your communication is not good, it's negative. And when there is no good communication in any relationship, that relationship is bound to break. Communication holds relationship. Communication holds relationship. I'm able to communicate to you, I'm able to relay my feelings to you, you are able to give me feedback, and that is what makes relationship good. That is what makes relationship sweet. But when there is break in communication, or the communication is bad, or there is a complete withdrawal in communication, then it will affect um that relationship. So communication is very paramount in relationship, either your relationship to your friends or to anybody. If I communicate with you and you are not giving me feedback, it's a kind of negative behavior that can affect anybody, and it's a negative character as well. So communication has to do with stable relationship. Another thing that it can cause is broken intimacy. When you have, you will see that I'm just saying it sequentially. That is, number one is that when you have mental issues, there will be abusive relationship as a result of whatever negative character. And when you have abusive relationship, there will be break in communication. And when there is a break in communication, there will be break in intimacy. Intimacy with your friends, intimacy with your spouse, with your fiancé, with your fiancée. When there is break in intimacy, gradually that relationship is going down. And it can lead to broken relationship. And when you have mental health issue, you might find out that you are just having broken relationship upon broken relationship, because you are not fixing what you are supposed to fix. And that's why it's important for you to see that whenever you have these symptoms of this kind of mental health issues like aggression, hostility, you cannot just hold your temper, you have too much temper, please, at that point in time, you know that you need to work on yourself. When you fix your mental health, then you are good to go. So one of the causes of relationship break in a relationship most times can even be this mental health issue, because you need to work on yourself and make sure that you are mentally okay. When you are mentally okay, then you will be able to relate well with people around you. You will be able to communicate well, and there will be no break in intimacy. So this affects relationship most times. But I will just advise, especially youth, that when you begin to see red flag, when you begin to see symptoms of hostility, aggression, anger, argument that will lead to fight, the person abusing you physically, beating you and begging you, all these are red flags. Do not go further in this kind of relationship, especially when that person is possessive. There are a lot of people that are possessive. This is a serious mental health issue. When someone is possessive, they want to know where they trail you. They do things to make sure that they know where you are, what you are doing at any point in time, because of lack of trust. you know all these mental health issues, lack of trust is one of it. Sorry. And when somebody cannot trust you and the person is possessive, oh God, that kind of relationship cannot work. I have counseled so many people that I find out that either of the spouses are possessive, and so they give their spouse serious trauma, because even when they are in the toilet, they want to ask the person, their spouse, to video themselves. Oya, video yourself wherever you are, let me see you. All these people, all these things are red flag, and it is very dangerous. There is no need going into such relationship. Advise that individual to fix him or herself. There is nothing wrong when you visit a therapist, when you talk to a psychologist, when you go to hospital and tell them what you are going through, when you talk to a counselor that you have been seeing symptoms of negative behavior that is that are affecting you and affecting your relationship. When you fix yourself, when you work on yourself, then you have good relationship. And there will be that will be void of abuse and all that. You remember, all these things leads to domestic violence, and it can take life. It can lead to depression. It can lead to insanity and all these things. And how do you want to cope in this world with all those things? Depression. The life is sweet when we can work on ourselves, when we can make our relationship work. Relationship is a source of happiness. It's supposed to be a source of joy and happiness to us. And when it becomes a source of pain, I think it's better for us to withdraw from such relationship, and advise either of either of whether it is the husband or the wife now, or any or friends or neighbors, that they should fix themselves and be better. Together we can work on our mental health. Let's work on our mental health and make sure that we are stable mentally. We are void of mental illness that will make our relationship work, and that will help our society as well, and we'll be able to cope with each other in the society, and it will make the society better. I'm going to conclude by telling you that there is no point going into abusive relationship, or stay in an abusive relationship that can lead to depression, that can lead to insanity, that can lead to death. No, there's no point doing such. Please, I am begging us that we work on our mental health. In fact, what we go through sometimes can cause all this. It might not be as a result of our background alone, but what we go through when the economy is bad, there's inflation, there are a lot of things happening around us naturally, or in any form. it can lead to mental health issue. But when we find out, we notice any of these symptoms, please work on yourself, make yourself good, and together we'll relate well and make ourselves happy, because it is the essence of relationship is to make ourselves happy and have joy and live in happiness and in joy. So let's work on ourselves, make our relationship work, and be good to ourselves. The importance of mental health is paramount to us, and we have to work on ourselves and make our relationship work by working our mental health. So if you are blessed by this video, please like, comment, and share. Send it to your friends, to your neighbors, to anyone that can benefit from this video. And please, your comment is our feedback. Please do comment so that we can work on ourselves and make it better for us. Thank you.